I was born in the most powerful city in the world, Washington, D.C. While I have resided in Florida for more than half my life, I am more than proud to still call the district my home. But D.C. had a dual identity when I was growing up. You had the tourist city, full of politics, monuments, and history. And then you had the inner city, where there were some places that were not suitable to go after dark. There used to be a joke that went around back in the day about Democrats and Republicans being on different sides until Sunday, when all came together to cheer the Washington football team. But that wasn't totally true. That football team was as divisive as the politicians and often a microcosm of society as a whole. Let me explain. The club started in Boston back in 1933, and they got on the wrong foot almost immediately, changing their name from the Braves to the Redskins, which is considered a Native American slur. The club kept the name for 87 years, even after moving to Washington in 1937. Did you know the team is still one of 11 NFL squads to have never had a full-time black head coach, joining other prominent league teams such as the Dallas Cowboys and New York Giants, to mention just a couple. And no majority owner of an NFL team has ever been black. And while the league tried to progress and officially integrate it in 1946, after not having one black player on squads for about 12 years, Washington was the last team in the league to have a black player. The owner at the time, George Preston Marshall, said he would start signing Negroes when the Harlem Globetrotters start signing whites. Well, man. In fact, it took political pressure to finally force Marshall to cave in. And in 1962, Washington signed 3 players, black players, including wide receiver Bobby Mitchell, who eventually became a Hall of Famer. Yet, many of the city remember Marshall, and even after he left, did not like the Washington squad. My family is probably divided when it comes to Washington and not being fans. In fact, 4 of my 5 uncles were Dallas fans, while my mom started as a Dallas fan before she eventually came around. The reasoning was simple. Why support someone or something if they don't support us? And it just wasn't my family. It was the entire DMV, District, Maryland, and Virginia, entire area. Even today, if you go there, half the city hates Washington, the football squad. There was only one day that I know of that there was true unity, at least in my family, and that was when Doug Williams led Washington to his second Super Bowl. Washington isn't the only team that race has played a role in the NFL. From the 60s to probably the turn of the century, not many blacks were allowed to play quarterback, as teams felt white. While blacks were athletic, they did not have the mental fortitude to play the position, and often had to change positions once making it to the NFL. I'm glad that's changed. Race and racism was spoken and unspoken a lot during last weekend's NFL draft. It's easy to understand why. While the NFL tries to come across as this progressive model of society, if you peel back the layers of its history, race and racism has always been a part of its history. While progress has been made, however, much like in society, it looks like it will always play a role, at least in my lifetime.